Hey guys, this is dumbbell stack number 1. Squat, bent over row, and overhead press. Now instead of the overhead press, you can do a push-up variation. That could be a full push-up. It could be a quarter push-up or a mini push-up, or even something easy like a crouch push-up, and I'll demonstrate that. Let's take a look at the squat first. So you want to have the feet slightly turned out. You want to make sure that the knees track over the feet, and you don't want the knees to go too far forward. That'll place a lot of pressure on the knees. And you really want to look at that tracking of the knee over the foot. Okay, now depending on whether you have a short torso, long legs, or short legs, long torso, that will determine very much if you lean forward. Now you can actually lean forward slightly on the squat. In fact, if you push the hips back and keep the knees behind or not too far forward, you'll work the lower back, but you'll take a lot of the pressure off the knees. And if you're upright, the knees will push forward, so you'll have a lot of pressure on the knees. Now you'll have a natural squat, and that'll come with time, your natural variation, and you might have a number of variations. Okay, so what you want to do is, you want to sit into it, you want to feel it in the adductors or in the groin. You want to try and get this parallel, or even a little bit lower if you can. So you want to feel a stretch in the groin. Okay, and wherever the back angle goes, is where your eyesight's going to go. So your neck and your spine are going to be in line. So you don't want to come down and be looking up. So if I'm here and I bend slightly, I'm looking down there, and then I'm coming up there. Okay? Now, what you don't want to do is round. If possible, you want to have a straight back. Think of a slight arch in the back, and that should get you going. Now, you don't want to stay bent over. Well, you can, but what I would recommend is you come all the way up. That way you get a full hip extension. Okay? Now the bent over row, you're going to be here, once again, slight arch in the back. Feet are closer together, I would say probably around, you can go hip width or even a little wider, shoulder width. You want to make sure that you have a slight arch in the back. You don't want to be rounded. Okay, looking straight down, don't look up, you'll create tension. You want the neck and the spine in line. You can do it palms facing each other and row like this. Slight bend in the knee, comfortable on the knee. Okay, you work in the lower back and all the back muscles. If you want to work a little bit of biceps, you want to supinate the hands. So then you'll hold the dumbbells like this and pull up, squeeze. Here you get a little bit more bicep action because your wrists are supinated. Palms up. Okay? Then the overhead press. You'll be here. You want to have this joint and this joint. This joint should be balanced on top of this joint. You don't want to start like this. Then you've got to bring them back and bring them up. You don't want that. This should be vertical. Okay? As you press it, it'll go slightly backwards. Straight overhead. You don't want to be out here. A lot of people have joint issues. If you can only get it here, that's okay. But then I would get there and bring it back down again. Okay? If I'm up here, and I'll come down a little bit so that you can see, this joint, and this joint should be on top of each other, and then it's balanced, particularly when you're working with heavy weights. Okay, it's not so important maybe with light weights, but it is with heavy. So you're here, it comes straight back, overhead, and back down. Now, if you want to do a push-up variation, instead of pushing up with the arms at 90 degrees, you can, but that places a lot of pressure on the shoulder. So what I would do is come down to about 45, or at least a little bit lower than 90. Okay, I go 45. Okay, and you can do it like that. I'll demonstrate one. A mini push-up is just not as far. Okay, that's a quarter push-up. Half push-up is here. Full push-up is all the way. Now, a crouch push-up is a little easier. You can also go a quarter crouch push-up. I don't like the ladies push-up because it puts a lot of pressure on my knees. All right, so let's take a look at it with a weight. going to demonstrate this facing this way. And then I'm going to demonstrate it on the ground so you can see. Just for the purposes of the camera, you can do it seated if you like, or you can do it standing, or even in a lunge. So in a lunge it would look like this. Here, back straight. So as far as the breathing is concerned, you can just either just breathe naturally, or what you can do is use Valsalva. So you take a big breath and hold it through the entire rep. That protects all that pressure, protects the spine. The other way to breathe is you can expel air on the movement of most exertion. So it would be and the other way is just to do it just breathing naturally. As you use heavier weights, you want to use the Valsalva. Okay? A very heavy squat or deadlift works well with the Valsalva. All right, guys, that is dumbbell stack number 1. Now you'll notice it's level change, which is the squat. It's a pull, which is the bent over row. And it's a press, which is the overhead press or the push-up. Okay, guys, happy training.